Gotta get this camera set. Ah, that's good, right? Alright, what's good everyone? It's MJO23Dan back with another video. So, what I want to bring to you today is the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans. So the author, Jay Lawrence, was cool enough to give me a copy of the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans. It is the revised edition of the book. Comes in a neat little book cover. You can pull it out and we'll break this open in a bit. Show you the calendar. So this is the 2016 calendar. I see a lot of the pictures are from fellow sneakerhead Dunks Are Nice from the Bay Area. What's good, man? You can follow him on his channel. I'll post a link somewhere up here. Probably has a card or in the description below. But let me go ahead and open this up for you guys so you can see. Now the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans, I don't believe is in stock anymore. Jay actually told me that once he sells all the copies, it's already all done. There's not going to be another edition or anything like that. Maybe we can try and inspire him to create, because Jordans are always releasing. So maybe we can inspire him to create another edition of the book. Calendar, and how he set it up is for January, you know, you're gonna go with the 1. So you have, you know, each day you can copy what you want to do or wear that certain model. I did notice when I was going through each one is that it's not all the same. So like for example February, on the 24th right there, you have the Air Jordan 29, but I guess it's just to fill up some spaces, you know what I mean? So here you go with February. This is the 2, the infrared 2, infrared 23 2, and then below it is the 94. I believe a lot of the shots are Rolos, Dunks Are Nice, and his pairs as well, so you've used them quite a bit. There's the 3, the 4, the 5. Let me know which one is your favorite. You know, it's gonna go up to December, of course. The 6. This is my month, June. I was born right there. So this year I'm gonna be having a birthday on a Sunday. Sweet. 7. Great photography, man. Dope shots. Here's the 8. In your face. The 9. 10. Got the 11. And then finally in December we got the 12. Then after that, there's a thank you, so you know who to give credit to. And that's the calendar. So pretty sweet. Just to give you a comparison between the old and the new, you can see. Now the revised edition, you know, of course, corrects all the errors that were in the first edition. So let's go ahead and crack open the new one. There you go. Alright, so the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans. Alright. Flip it out. Ooh, as you can see. Nice, right? Boom. The comparison. Alright, so this is the first time I'm actually opening this up, so let's open it up together. So we got the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans. You got a bunch of, you know, different photographs in there. right on the cover. It's pretty ill. The complete history and definitive guide. Alright, boom. This, I believe, will just be the forward and what you can expect from the book from the author J. Lawrence. So I'll just read maybe I'll read the first paragraph here. It says, "Thanks to each and every supporter and backer of this project. Honestly, the second revision of this book was one of the hardest things to finish in my life. Partly due to the pressures I put on myself when I first started this project. It was just that, a project." So, what you can imagine is he came to us, or he came to me, and he came to other people and said, "Hey, look, I want to start a Kickstarter, and I want to get this book, out and about." And then he just goes on and he tells his story, probably about like how he got into shoes, and he probably didn't anticipate the amount of support and love that people would honestly have for an all Air Jordan book. So, it led him from one thing to the other to having to, find companies that'll help him produce this book. And I really think that he did an excellent job with it. And he begins to shout out, soulcollector.com and Hypebeast and the many other people that helped him along the way. And I mean, it looks promising. So, you got your photos in here. Here's one about resellers. I'm gonna actually have to go through this book the entire way and just check it out, but I'm assuming, it's it goes 1 through 29. So, this book's release came around like the Air Jordan 30 or maybe a month before, so that wasn't in here. Really neat. He talks about Jumpman Bostic right here. So shout out to you, Jumpman. Let's see what else. And then he goes on to describe the Air Jordans in sequential order. So here you got the one. Keep on going. Great photography once again. I'm sure reaching out to these people just really, had to be a task in itself. It's a good thing, there are some collectors out there that still have an appreciation for a lot of this stuff. You can see, man, look at that. That's just a bunch of dedication to different collectors. So awesome. And then the amount of detail, like here for example, the Jordan 2. Check out that detail and photography. It's so amazing, man. So this is definitely a book that you should, if you're a Jordan collector, you should definitely have in your possession. I know they don't sell these a lot anymore. I do see them from time to time from Villa. They actually release them like as a restock now and then, but you just have to be lucky. It's probably not going to go on for much longer. I believe they were selling it on sale for like about $60, and it also came with the calendar. But really, it's like $90 with the calendar. So yeah, just dope shots all around. And then in the back, when you finally get to after the 29, you have a whole picture list of backers, that originally backed up this project and probably later on. So, see if we can find myself here. I see J23 right here. Man, it's gonna be a task, but that one popped out at me. But I am in here as a backer or a contributor. So that's pretty neat. Again, I would have liked release dates in here. I think that just would have been much easier to resource as a guide. Alright, so there's also in the back here the Jordan Brand price guide, which will give you different ranges of how much a sneaker would cost in the Air Jordan line on the resale market. Slang and terminology, what NIB means, what Bordeaux is, all that good stuff. You got your supporters here from J. Lawrence. There I am right there. So he says Marvin is a down-to-earth guy and an amazing collector of J's. He runs a great YouTube review channel on J's. All of his reviews are descriptive and provide pertinent information for any lover of J's. From Soul Collector was the first site to really break my story. After the post, my project skyrocketed in pre-sales. I have the utmost respect for Marvin and the SoulCollector.com family. Ja boy! And then he just goes on to, you know, thank everyone that pretty much mentioned the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans. So again, Jay Lawrence, thank you so much for the book and for the book to the community. The project really turned out real well, and hopefully in the future you'll publish a second edition or third edition, or whichever edition you're on. But there it is, the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans, to go back and hang out on my coffee table. Alright, so again, it's MJoe23Dan. Thanks for stopping by to take a quick look at the Encyclopedia of Air Jordans, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.